Hey guys, Dan Book Nook Noggin here, and I wanted to share with you another graphic novel. This time around, I wanted to share with you the history of the Marvel Universe. This is written by Mark Waid. It also features illustrations by Javier Rodriguez and Alvaro Lopez. Now, this collects single issues of History of the Marvel Universe numbers 1 through 6. And the reason why I wanted to share this with you guys is because I feel like this is an important book. Not just for new readers of Marvel Comics, but maybe for someone who's dabbled a little bit. Maybe you've read a few of the titles, or maybe someone who's read a lot of titles of Marvel, but you're not really sure 100% how those events fall into the Marvel history. So I think this is a really great example of how the Marvel Universe history of events has played since its inception. It gives you a brief introduction to the whole Marvel Universe from the Big Bang up until the present day. Like I said, it has all the key moments like the founding of certain teams like the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, the X-Men. All brief little, basic synopses for each event. Gives you a little rundown of what had happened. And it all goes in a timeline fashion, so it all, if you weren't sure, maybe you had read The Secret Invasion, or you had read, the Armor Wars by Iron Man, but you weren't sure in relation to the other events of the Marvel Universe, what time period those events happened in, you will know now by reading this. It kind of gives you, and this is up to date. It's not like the old Marvel Encyclopedia issues, where, because lately they have kind of backtracked and kind of created, older characters, like the original, they were like the embodiments of the original Avengers, but they were like ancient ones and stuff like that. So yeah, I found this to be really interesting. I really enjoyed this. The artwork was pretty good. And if you're looking for more detail on these events, there was in the very back, they had a kind of encyclopedia entries for each issue. It has footnotes so you can read a little more about that event, and you can go back and it'll tell you what issues those events took place in. So that way, if you're wanting to find out more, there is the option to go and research more. Now, one of the things I was kind of confused about, now I'm not current with my Marvel titles, so there were some events that were mentioned, and just before the ending of this, where they mentioned certain events like Tony Stark and Emma Frost getting married. Now, I don't know if that's something that's happened, because I haven't read all of my X books yet for Dawn of X, so I don't know if that event's already happened. And there was some other event with Luke Cage's daughter and all that stuff. But yeah, I thought that they kind of skimmed those at the very near to end. But yeah, I thought this was a very good collection. It's a good way of kind of refreshing your memory. If you are someone who has already read a lot of these stories, it's good to refresh your memory on the history and where those events took place in relation to every other team and stuff like that. So yeah, I gave this a 4 out of 5 star rating on Goodreads. It is very worthwhile picking up. If you want to add this to your collection, I will have a link to Amazon down below for you folks in the U.S., and I will have a link for bookshop.org for your international folks. Now, if you got something from watching this video, by all means, buy me a coffee or two, as I'm not receiving AdSense. This is more or less a hobby, so I'm not being paid to talk about books. And, it kind of helps motivate me to keep doing this if I get donations or if you guys buy things through my links. It really helps out my channel. Now, if you came here looking for comic book graphic novel recommendations, please hit the subscription button. And while you're there, hit that notification bell. This has been Dan. This has been the History of the Marvel Universe. Till next time, stay healthy and be good to each other.